Welcome to Parry Style Poem. I hope all are getting a clear-cut idea of the lessons and poems from my channel. Today in the series of the summaries of prose and poems, I have an inspiring lesson from Class 9 named, The Sound of Music, Part 1. Introduction of the lesson. The Sound of Music by Deborah Cowley. A bad workman always blames his tools. This is a lesson is about those who are physically handicapped but they have not given up. Evelyn Glennie's bio sketch gives us a very positive message that all humans can overcome problems and aspirations can be realized if one is firmly resolute and confident. In this lesson, the author has shown how handicapped persons are to face trouble and difficulties in their life. Most of them make a compromise with their destiny. They accept their handicapped life and take to begging or some other lawless activities. But few differently abled people fight hard and rise themselves to a high position in life. For them life is not a curse but a boon. A journey of thousands miles.
On the top of that, when he sees the original lady of the house, he realizes that he had been fooled by a lady who herself was a thief. He is sent to the jail and becomes an assistant librarian. Mind you well, second time he goes to the jail. But this is the worst punishment for him, as the library has all old books. He feels angry whenever someone talks about honor among thieves, as he had been cheated by one who was the same profession.
She toiled a lot to perfect herself. Fall 7 times. Stand up 8 suits her rightly. One of the themes of the lesson is
on the top of that, when he sees the original lady of the house, he realizes that he had been fooled by a lady who herself was a thief. He is sent to the jail and becomes an assistant librarian. Mind you well, second time he goes to the jail. But this is the worst punishment for him, as the library has all old books. He feels angry whenever someone talks about honor among thieves, as he had been cheated by one who was the same profession.
The subtitle Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it suggests what the readers are going to discover, how Glennie developed sensitivity to the sounds of music despite her deafness. This chapter tells about the life
on the top of that, when he sees the original lady of the house, he realizes that he had been fooled by a lady who herself was a thief. He is sent to the jail and becomes an assistant librarian. Mind you well, second time he goes to the jail. But this is the worst punishment for him, as the library has all old books. He feels angry whenever someone talks about honor among thieves, as he had been cheated by one who was the same profession.
But she did not give up. Every cloud has silver lining. Instead of yielding to the handicap, Evelyn pursued her dream and eventually made her way to the Royal Academy of Music in a famous percussionist Ron
on the top of that, when he sees the original lady of the house, he realizes that he had been fooled by a lady who herself was a thief. He is sent to the jail and becomes an assistant librarian. Mind you well, second time he goes to the jail. But this is the worst punishment for him, as the library has all old books. He feels angry whenever someone talks about honor among thieves, as he had been cheated by one who was the same profession.
She never looked behind from point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra. At the age of 16, she decided to make music her life. She gave an audition for the Royal
on the top of that, when he sees the original lady of the house, he realizes that he had been fooled by a lady who herself was a thief. He is sent to the jail and becomes an assistant librarian. Mind you well, second time he goes to the jail. But this is the worst punishment for him, as the library has all old books. He feels angry whenever someone talks about honor among thieves, as he had been cheated by one who was
through her feet
the
and legs.
same profession.
She calls herself a workaholic person. She gives free performances in prisons and in hospitals. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. She is a shining inspiration
On
for
the
deaf
top of
children.
that, when he sees the original
got
lady
one
of
of
the
the
house, he
highest
realizes
scores in the
that
history of the
he had
Royal
been
Academy
fooled
of
by a
Music
lady
when
who
she
herself
gave an
was
audition for it.
a thief.
With her
He is sent to the
unfaltering
jail and
determination,
becomes an
she
assistant
became the most
librarian.
eminent and
Mind
most
you well,
demanding
second time he
percussionist
goes to
who
the
could play
jail.
proficiently a
But
large
this
number of
is the
instruments.
worst punishment for him,
Not
as
only did
the
she speak
library has
flawlessly,
all
but she
old
also
books.
managed to learn
He feels
French and
angry
basic
whenever someone
Japanese.
talks about honor
In
among
1991,
thieves, as he
she
had been
received the
cheated by
prestigious
one
Soloist of the Year
who
award presented by the Royal
was the
Philharmonic
same
Society.
profession.
The good message is propagated by the text is, those who do learn to overcome hardships certainly achieve the highest goals. There is always a way out of the challenges of life, only one has to trace the way and adhere to it with unshaking faith in one's abilities. I thank all the visible and invisible hands which made the Paris-style poem successful. I hope that everything about the lesson is clear. Let's be ready for the next chapter.